I found a good Am I the A-hole thread on Reddit. Okay, am I the a-hole for leaving my husband alone with the kids for 2 days? I am a 24-year-old female with two sets of twins. First set are 5-year-old boys, and the second set are 3-year-old girls. I'm tired already. My husband, who's 27, always complains that the house isn't up to his standards and that it's a mess, and that I sometimes put frozen meals instead of cooking a fresh dinner. It's super irritating because I'm expected to do everything just because I work from home, and he thinks that I have the easier job than his, which is physical labor. I can never do anything because when he has time off, all he wants to do is sleep, and says he needs it because he is exhausted from work, or he wants to use his break to hang with friends. So basically all the chores are usually thrown on me, and I had enough of it, and it came time to show when my friend called me to hang out, and when I asked my husband to watch them so I can go. He went into a rant about how he's tired and he's been working all week, and the least I could do is watch the children so that he could get some rest. Okay, so there. So I decided after I put the children to sleep that night to leave a note saying that I'll be out, just leave and have a night out with the girls, which ended up turning into a weekend out with the girls. When morning time came, he was calling and texting me nonstop. When I answered, he was yelling at me and cursing me out. When my friends overheard the conversation, they were shocked and hung up the phone for me and told me to mute it. I didn't have any plans to stay any longer than that night, but when my friends overheard how my husband spoke to me, they convinced me to stay, even told me they'd take me out to eat and planned a whole day for me. When I got back, the place was a complete and utter mess, like piles of dishes, garbage all over the place. The floors were sticky. There was pee all over the toilet, and the place just smelled awful. My husband was, of course, angry and had a suitcase already packed. He barely said 2 words to me and just left and texted me saying he'll be staying at his mom's. Now, I feel horrible because he clearly couldn't handle taking care of the kids for this long by himself, and I feel like an a-hole and don't want to ruin this marriage. Not the a-hole, but honey, ruin this marriage. You work full time, you take care of 4 kids under 6, cook and keep the house clean full time. He expects to come home to a home cooked meal, sleep when he's home, and hang out with his friends. This is not a marriage, it's a joke. He's providing you 0 support and then whining when asked to help at all, or when things aren't perfect. It doesn't matter if your job is easier or not. It's probably not easier, just different. He's not entitled to mooch off you. Honey, forget this. You can do it on his own. And then someone says, OP is basically a single mother already. So y'all jump in the comments and tell me what you think. Now, to give my analysis on the Am I the A-hole thread that I just gave, and a couple of more comments. The husband did it deliberately, guaranteed. And someone else agreed, surprised he bothered to feed them. Of course, he was punishing her. He definitely was punishing her. So then one more comment. First and foremost, I'm so sorry you're having to do all of that. You shouldn't have that much responsibility at this time in your life. I hope things get better for you in the near future. Or if you're referring to the past, I'm sorry that you had to go through that, and I hope things get better now. Ex-wives are always quick to point out that 80% of divorces are initiated by women. There is a reason. If you are married and you're not having help, if you don't have a partnership, if you are expected to do everything, plus carry a full-grown, able-bodied adult, sometimes for women, it's just easier to cut that able-bodied adult and then just focus on yourself and focus on the kids. So this woman in this story is 24. She's already tired. She's tired. Her friends see that she's tired. This divorce is inevitable. This marriage is already ruined from the jump, and they will end in divorce. It's just going to happen because she's a married single mother. She's doing it alone already. So that's where I see this going. You guys can jump in and tell me what you think, but this is not a marriage. This is not a partnership. She's doing everything. She just has another adult in the home that's just sitting there, probably making messes, probably eating, probably, but just basically not helping. But y'all can weigh in. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share.